I see people make financial mistakes all the time. I've made plenty myself. To err is human and all that. But more often, I see people start to address their finances on completely the wrong foot because of some basic misunderstandings, misconceptions even, about how the whole thing works. And as a result, they don't stand a chance of making things work. Now, I'm pretty sure that you don't want to be one of those people. Hi and welcome back to the channel. My name is Pete Matthew and I'm a chartered financial planner based here in the UK. And today's video is brought to you by Meaningful Academy Build Wealth. More on that in a little bit. So let's get straight into these 5 misconceptions. And the first is that financial success is all about retirement. As recently as 20 years ago, the expected working life was somewhere between 30 and 50 years worth of work, followed by a retirement of leisure. Born, learn, work, retire, die. That was it. Your entire working life was about saving enough money to be able to retire with a decent level of comfort and security. Simple, really, but shall we say a little bit limiting? And to me, a bit depressing also. Understanding the personal finance system allows you to navigate through it so that you can achieve whatever kind of life you want. It certainly doesn't have to look like that. That's why we've got the FIRE movement, financial independence, retire early. It's why there's an increase in people taking a succession of mini retirements, kind of short breaks at different points in their career of maybe a year or two, facilitated, of course, by having the right money in the right place at the right time. So I've got a video coming soon that might surprise you about my own view on retirement, particularly my own retirement. But the point must surely be that we start with the life that we want to live and then work through the system to achieve that as best we can, rather than it being all about some sort of arbitrary point in the future where we stop work. It just isn't all about retirement. It's about you. Misconception number 2 is that it's all about investment. Financial planning, financial success is all about investment. Now, for lots of people, investing is a fascinating and rewarding endeavor. And so they spend loads of time choosing stocks or funds, they're trading. And there are plenty of people on YouTube willing to sell you their system for guaranteed investment success. What is investment anyway? Well, here's my definition. It is converting cash in the bank into assets that will increase in value, produce an income, or both. Straightforward, really. The 2 main types of investment are shares and property, what my buddy Andy Hart calls businesses and bricks. But there are loads more besides. Gold, other metals, commodities, bonds, currencies, derivatives, foreign exchange. The list is endless. And after 25 years of doing my job, I'm more convinced than ever that investing is actually a relatively small part of financial success. Oh, it's important for sure, but it's not the most important thing, not by a long way. Now, if you've watched many of my videos, you know that I preach passive investing here, tracking markets. We're not even trying to beat the markets, we're just riding them upwards. And I preach that for 2 reasons. First, most people don't have the skill, time, or interest to put in the necessary work to beat the markets. And they don't realize that even if they do beat the markets, it'll be likely more by luck than judgment. And second, putting the investing on autopilot means that actually you can focus on what's really important, which is your behavior around and towards your finances. Misconception number 3 is that financial success, financial planning, is a one-off activity. Lots of people come to me as a financial planner and ask for a plan, and we're happy to give them that. We can take a look at their current arrangements, spend time understanding their goals, their timescales, their risk profile, determine their trajectory, and then give them some action steps to make sure that they're on track. Now, 1 in 4 of our clients here at my practice in Penzance then decides to go it alone. And we encourage that, so they go it alone, implement the recommendations themselves. But we will always caveat our plans with a warning that they should be continually reviewed. Now, that might seem obvious, and for a financial advisor, it might seem a little self-serving, which I understand, but there are 3 reasons why potentially a plan might need to be changed. Firstly, the economic environment. Sometimes markets and the economy move against you. And that might mean you have to defer your retirement or some other big cash event, or maybe even bring it forward if the market gods work in your favor. Second reason you might change your financial plan is regulations. The financial services system changes with alarming frequency. Just in the last budget, the Chancellor made changes to pensions that affected a great many of my clients. So guess what? We're reviewing all their plans to make sure that they are still best positioned for success. But by far the biggest and most likely reason you need to make a change to your plan is that life just doesn't do as it's told. Circumstances change. You lose your job. A relationship ends or starts, a baby is born, a child needs a hand onto the housing ladder. Life happens. And that's why you should review your financial plan at least annually, and in between times if something major comes up. Financial success, financial planning is definitely not a one and done activity. Okay, if this is useful so far, let me ask two things of you, please. Firstly, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. It really helps, so thank you very much in advance for that. And secondly, check out Meaningful Academy Build Wealth, which is my online course to help you learn and understand financial security, investing, and planning. It's the most comprehensive learning that I've ever created when it comes to understanding how the finance system works here in the UK and making the best of it. There are tons of worksheets, calculators, video lessons, access to the financial planning tools that I use every day with clients. You get live Q&As with me and best of all, a brilliant community of like-minded folks all looking to help each other out. So check out meaningfulacademy.com/buildwealth. I'll put the link in the description as well. And if you decide that it's for you, use the coupon code YouTube for a decent discount. There's even a 30-day money-back guarantee if you change your mind. So I hope to see you inside Meaningful Academy very soon. Now our fourth misconception I'm going to call things will be easier when. And this is the false belief that if I can just get a new job with a higher salary, if I could just move house to a different area, if I could just drive a slightly better car, then my life will be better. Now it might be that those things could help to an extent, but usually relying on external events or circumstances to set you on the right financial path is a sure way to make sure you never get on the right financial path. People who spend too much money when they're on a low income just spend more when they earn more. Expenditure rises with and often surpasses their income. But conversely, if you have good financial controls with a little bit of excess income, you'll be far more likely to keep a handle on things when the numbers get bigger. I deal with lots of wealthy people, as you can imagine, and it's really difficult to get them to spend money because good financial controls is what's made them wealthy, and it's really hard to get them to buy, business class plane tickets if they've flown economy all their life. But just don't pin your financial hopes on things outside your control. Things will be better when. No, instead, you need to seize control yourself and bend your finances to your will. You are in control. And our final misconception is that complexity in your financial affairs somehow adds a layer of security or makes for a more mature financial situation. Well, nothing could be further from the truth, believe me. Complexity manifests in all kinds of ways. Too many accounts, an incoherent, ill-thought-through investment approach, overuse of complex mechanisms like trusts and offshore accounts when they're just not necessary. Now, I often see this brought about by incompetent financial advice given in the past, but more often, it's the product of the person having a little bit of knowledge, and that's dangerous. James Clear, who's the author of Atomic Habits, said, "The highest level of mastery is simplicity. Most information is irrelevant and most effort is wasted, but only the expert knows what to ignore." Well, in my career, I've had to learn the intricacies of the tax system, the personal finance system, the legal system as it pertains to trusts and things like that. But more often than not, I can disregard 95% of it and still ensure that my clients are on track by opting for the simplest solution. And if your financial situation is complex, look to see what you can strip away. If nothing else, the ones who have to clear things up when you're dead will be grateful. So, 5 misconceptions. Let's take them and frame them in a slightly more positive way. Number 1, financial success is not all about retirement. These days our lives are more flexible and fluid. We have multiple careers and jobs, and retirement as it used to be is changing for more and more people. It's not all about investing either. How your money is invested is important, but not all important. There is far, far more to your financial success than that, and a much bigger factor is how you behave towards your money. Number 3, financial planning is an ongoing, continually evolving process. It's not a one and done event. And the great thing is that means your plan can be flexible and it can react to changing circumstances. And believe me, your circumstances will change. Number 4, it's about you and not your external circumstances. And that's great because you're not then dependent on anybody or anything else. You just have to master yourself. Not easy, but at least you're not having to think about other things and other people. And finally, simplicity is better than complexity because it helps you to engage with your finances more easily and in such a way that they support your life, your family, and your future. Now, I think that if you approach your finances thinking in these terms, you'll make your life infinitely easier and you'll make fewer mistakes. It'll save you from getting into a tangle with your money and make it easier for you to focus on the right things. As ever, let me know what you think in the comments. One of the best things about the channel starting to grow is the conversations in the comments, so keep them coming. I really enjoy them. Maybe watch this video next. It's a really good one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.